Alright, so I just did a video about the devaluation of the currency in Jamaica, and for some reason a part of my face was not on the video, but in the first part of the video I was saying that Jamaicans created more when they were under colonial rule as opposed to throughout the time of their independence. Jamaicans created more under colonial rule than they have created during their time of independence. Is it that we need a colonial master to govern us? Is it that we are incapable of managing our own affairs and productivity? Is it that we need to feel the colonial master's whip in order to work hard? Is it that the younger generation has a whole different view of life and we're moving into a new age and it's costing us? What is it? As we step away from our farming and exporting of food products and natural resources to into more technological, because now we're exporting people. And the thing about us exporting people is that a lot of these people aren't coming back to Jamaica. There was a doctor recently from Jamaica that was offered, I believe it was $11 billion for a patent, a cancer cure patent. 11 billion. Now, 11 billion US dollars, a matter of fact. Now imagine this Jamaican guy grow up in Jamaica, and you know it takes a village to raise a child, and he goes to school, he does well, he's one that the community encourages, and he comes out fine, in a way that he's now Dr. So-and-so, and within a couple of years of being in his doctorate field, he's able to discover the cure for cancer. Now, some big powers that be wants that cure. Whether they want to distribute the cure or they want to just be the owner of the cure, because right now cancer is making a lot of money without a cure for it. And I'm thinking a cure for it will stop a lot of the money that's coming in right now, that cancer is generating right now. So, because it's more expensive, you know, the treatment is more expensive than the cure. Because if I cure you, you no longer have that illness. So therefore, you don't need my constant treatment. Whereas, you know, most people with cancer, the treatment is extremely expensive. The treatment takes a while, many doses of different things, many different doctor visits. All this adds up over a period of time. So, in some cases, and through wickedness, it's cheaper to actually have people have cancer and to lock the cure in a vault until they see fit. Maybe 20 more years from now, they'll let it out. What I came to talk about on this video though was, without straying from the topic, is about Jamaica and the dollar and why the dollar is slipping. I was just watching Christine Lagarde, and she was speaking to the IMF, and she was telling the IMF, Governor, when you are at the mercy of having to get rid of your reserves in order to defend currency, I am sure it must have occurred to you that Jamaica was bleeding and that it was not good for the country to actually spend so much of its reserve to defend a currency which was clearly not valued at the right level, she said. Alright. Within that speech, here it says that the Jamaican dollar has fallen from $99.33 to $1 US, and this was May 1st of 2013. And we are in 2015, July. So we're looking about 14 months, and in 14 months we went from under 100 to 1 to almost 120 to 1. We're at 117 right now and climbing. At this rate, if it continues, the Jamaican dollar will in a few years be 200 to 1, meaning 200 Jamaican dollars for $1 US. My thing about this, which goes back to what I said in the beginning, that we had created more as Jamaicans under colonial rule than we have during our time of independence. What I was trying to say with that was this. Why is Jamaica importing chicken meat? Why is Jamaica importing any kind of meat? Oxtail, Jamaica is importing oxtail. Why is Jamaica importing oxtail? Why is Jamaica importing foreign fruits and vegetables? And again, I asked the question earlier, is it that the younger generation is seeing a different world and they're just not interested in producing anymore? It goes to say what I said before about how my grandfather was farming and he would hire people in the community, and just by them working for my grandfather, they were able to feed their family lovely and build up their houses on their own lands and so on and so forth. And I'm talking about 10, 15 people per day, you know, out in the fields. Ginger, I remember when we were exporting ginger. I remember when we were exporting sugarcane. I remember when we were exporting sorrel. I remember when we were exporting peppers, Scotch bonnet peppers. I remember when we were exporting yellow yam, dasheen, cocoa, green banana. Today when I go to Jamaica and I see this place that I grew up that was so fruitful, there's still fruits and vegetables there. Food is growing, but it's very few people, and it's the elders that keep a little thing growing to sustain their life, so they don't have to go eat from the grocery stores and whatever. But I don't see farming on a large scale anymore. And I can't help but to think that that has something to do with it. Also, I can't help but to think that the fact that we don't support the local mom and pops anymore, the fact that we would rather have McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC more than we would have the box lunch or the jerk stand from the jerk man, from the jerk drum, or the fact that we would rather raise our own few chickens and have our own fresh meat when we feel like it. We've turned to these imports. And remember, these imports are not there for the benefit of Jamaica, you know. These imports are there for the benefit of those who own them in foreign countries. All they're doing is bleeding the pockets of the people. And at the same time, if you really check it, they're bleeding the pockets of the people, destroying their health, and then leaving them with in a crisis situation. For instance, a lot of the sicknesses that are rampant in Jamaica today weren't there many years ago, and they're there in abundance today. So I'm wondering how Jamaica can stop its dollar from sliding any further, or even reverse the effect. Because I remember when Jamaica dollar was 1 to 5. I mean, $1 equaled 5 Jamaican dollars. I remember when it was 1 to 2. When the dollar was 1 to 2, right? I used to go to the store with 10 cents and get 10 candy from it. And I'm not old. I used to go to the store with 10 cents and get 10 candy from it. Now I don't even think people pick up Jamaican 10 cents when they see one. Bro, I don't even think they pick up the dollar when they see $1. Matter of fact, I don't even think they make paper $1 anymore. I think they're coins now. So people can just flick them with. How to stop the dollar from sliding anymore is Jamaica needs to improve domestic productivity. We need to improve domestic productivity. We need to get creative. We need to start farming up the place again and exporting all them things there. When we're over here in America and we see mango, sorrel, yam, banana, cocoa, dasheen, you know how expensive it is for a piece of yellow yam here? When I'm in Jamaica, I eat yellow yam every day, all day, and don't pay 1 penny for it except for the sweat that my grandfather put into it, digging the yam hill and pruning it and them thing there for it to grow. Over here, it's very expensive for a pound of yellow yam. And 1 pound of yellow yam can't feed my family because there's 6 of us in here. You understand what I'm saying? A bag of potatoes costs a lot here. When you look at the food products here, they're coming out of other countries. Mexico, Dominican Republic, even Haiti, and so on. Very few and very little bit is coming out of Jamaica anymore. And Jamaica needs to get into that market because that market is where the money is at. You understand? That market is where the money is at. But what are you going to do when you have a young generation that doesn't want to farm up the land anymore? They see farming as beneath them. They dream of fancy cars and houses and big houses and I don't know. They dream of foreign lifestyles. You know, they've forsaken and neglected their culture, and it's coming back to bite us, as you can see in the dollar sliding. That is just my opinion. I would like to hear your opinion on this. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. Leave a comment and let's have a dialogue, because as I've said before, I'm one that haven't lived on the island in a long time, but I'm in touch with the island. And because I mostly spend American dollars, I understand the exchange rate and how it has slipped or grown over the years. And honestly, I would like to see it go back. We might not be ever able to get it back to 5-1, although we could, and it would take some serious togetherness from the country to do it, but it's very possible. But I don't see it in the near future. What I don't want to see in the near future is the money turns out to be 200 Jamaican dollars to 4 quarters. Or end up like Mexico or one of these other places where you're looking at like 1,000 Jamaican dollars to 1 American dollar. Lord, that would be terrible. Could you imagine? So Jamaica got to protect itself, and one of the ways to protect your dollar right now, Jamaica, in my opinion, SouFLoTV saying it again, is to up your domestic production. Start importing again, and get this part. Stop importing. I am porting. Stop bringing in so much of foreign things, things that you yourself can create at home. You don't need to be buying it from other people, okay? And that's what Jamaica needs to do. And if they're able to do that, then Jamaica can stop the slippage of the dollar and can possibly reverse this. Jamaica can stop the devaluation of the dollar and possibly reverse it to a number where Jamaicans can travel with Jamaican dollars and feel value. Imagine that. Imagine you work in Jamaica, you're Jamaican, and you save and save, and you get a visa, and the visa says, okay, you could do 3 months in America. And you've been saving for many years. And you say you have like a 30,000 Jamaican dollars saved up. Imagine you bring that 30,000 to America and you start off right away because it's 2-1, and you got 15,000 US sitting right there. It can be done. It's gonna take a lot of hard work. Maybe there's something I don't see. That's why I have this on this platform. I'm asking y'all to communicate with me and let's have a dialogue about it. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out of here and I await your comments. All right? Peace. One love, Jamaica. Peace.